So we must run to Jesus. Don't be in despair. One very mischievous thing that can happen is when you lose hope. You must run to Jesus. Wednesday. Wednesday is nothing that goes into a man from the outside can make him clean. I thought they said if I take probiotic, I will be clean. I will be clean inside. But the Bible says nothing. Nothing you eat. Is that what it is? Into a man from the outside can make him clean. It is the things that come out of a man that make him unclean. If anyone has ears to hear, let him listen to this. Very beautiful. What defiles a man?
It comes out of the mouth.
So we can eat without washing our hands.
Because a lot of times what we feel in our hearts, it comes out. If it's evil, bad, it's going to come out.
But does that mean we should not wash our hands? Or we should not wash our dishes? No, that's not what it means. What it means is, don't be so engrossed with those things, forgetting that what's more important is what comes out of you. That's the point. Alright, I have this list. What defiles you? Evil thoughts. Want me to write this down or you can? Evil thoughts. I don't remember. Is it there? Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I did this. So evil thoughts, unchastity. You know what unchastity means? Impurity. Theft. Murder. Adultery. Greed. I want everything. Greed. Malice. Licentiousness. Envy. Blasphemy. Arrogance. Folly. All these evils come from within and they defile.
Why?
Are you looking at Bible study materials? Because it's Wednesday.
It's in the gospel in the bottom. The second page.
Oh yeah, evil thoughts, fornication, theft, murder, adultery, coveting, wickedness, deceit, licentiousness. Another service for you, I did the underline for you. You see, there are underlines. Even when I was so sleepy. See, these copies are made beforehand. These are not made tonight. No, these are made earlier. So I have to make sure that this is done much, much earlier. I'm now working on future months. That's why my mind is mixed. Is that clear? In our society, in human terms, see, we do not see what's inside people, right? I don't see your hearts, I don't see your desires, I don't see your motives, I don't see your thoughts. God does. I only see your jacket, I only see your hair, I only see your shoes. That's all I see. But I don't know what's inside. But God knows what's inside. Does God know what's outside too?
Oh, yeah.
God does, but God doesn't care. So even if you don't change clothes for 2 years, as long as you're clean inside, is that okay? Is that a fair statement? Probably not. In human terms, no. Probably you'll get sick too. Never mind. Thursday, humility and faith, foundation and cathedral. Seek ye higher gifts. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. The cathedral of faith will all see. Mark 7, Thursday. By the way, Catechism 405. You know, I heard somebody told me this. I'm not Catholic, of course. This person said, "What have I got to do with Adam and Eve's sin?" You understand? I didn't do it, so why should I suffer from it? And the answer is in paragraph 405 of the Catechism. Although it's proper to each individual, original sin does not have the character of a personal fault in any of Adam's descendants. Is that understood? You must highlight this paragraph. It is deprivation of original holiness and justice. But human nature has not been totally corrupted. It is wounded in the natural powers proper to it, subject to our ignorance, suffering, and the dominion of death, and inclined to sin. An inclination to evil that is called concupiscence. Concupiscence must be double underlined. You see that? I gave that word to you before. Baptism, by imparting the life of Christ's grace, erases original sin and turns a man back toward God. But the consequences for nature, weakened and inclined to evil, persist in man and summon him to a spiritual battle. Unfortunately, that's the life we live on earth. It's not a perfect world. We are not perfect. We're all sinners. We have all fallen short in the sight and eyes of God. So that's a constant, lifelong battle that we're engaged in. There's always a battle between good and evil. We fall. It's not the number of times we fall. You understand? Because there's always forgiveness. It's the number of times you get up each time you fall. Okay? Thursday. What's the story here? Oh, this is the story where the woman who was not even Jewish came to the feet of Jesus. She was Greek, Syrophoenician. She begged Jesus to drive the demon out of her daughter. Remember that story? This is Mark chapter 7. And Jesus said, "Let the children be fed first. It's not right to take the food of the children and throw it to the dogs."
I never understood that.
Actually, we explained that before.
You did explain it, and I still don't understand it.
Oh, let's do that now then. And then she replied, "Lord, even the dogs under the table eat the children's scraps." For saying this, you may go. The demon has gone out of your daughter. So Jesus cured and drove out the demon from the daughter, okay, of that woman. You don't understand why Jesus said what he said?
Because of her faith?
No. Is that your question? You don't understand what Jesus said? Let the children be fed first. It's not right to take the food of the children and throw it to the dogs.
Right, was she doing that?
Is that your question? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Why did Jesus say that?
That little, yeah, those little
Okay.
areas.
Just wanted to make sure. Jesus said that not because Jesus was trying to be rude, but from our looking at it, it sounded like he was rude, right? Why would you call me a dog? Because I'm not Jewish? You mean non-Jews? Gentiles are dogs? Right? Here's the idea. Jesus said that in order to show, not just the woman. Number one, to test the woman. To test the woman's faith. Again, God permits trouble. Right? These are the reasons why God permits trouble in us. And that's what seems to be trouble for the woman. You're not Jewish. You're not Jewish. The children are the Jews. So Jesus is saying, let the children, the Jews, be fed first. Let me tell you, I came here for the Jews, not for you. Then after the Jews, then I'll deal with you. That's what in essence Jesus was saying. Now, so let the children be fed first, so he said. The thing though is, so number one, he was trying to put the woman into the test by saying what he said. And then, what did the gospel say? For saying this, Jesus drove the demon out of the door. He did. At that very moment. What did the woman mean by saying, but even the dog can feed on the scraps that fall from the table? What it means is, whatever is given to the children of Israel will also eventually be given to the non-Jews as scraps, leftovers. Leftovers to the non-Jews. And that's just to test her faith. The idea here is that Jesus was testing her faith. How far would she go? If someone tells it to you, let's say I'm giving away sandwiches, and then you fall in line. Wait a minute, you're not from St. Peter's. I'm going to give you this is only for people from St. Peter's. How would you feel?
I'm embarrassed.
You feel embarrassed?
Yeah.
What do? You walk away?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, John.
I think if you read the entire thing through, Christ does not appear as harsh as pulling something out. It's obvious what he's going for here right from the beginning. Is an expression of faith in the Syro-Phoenician woman, which develops in the course of the interaction. So clearly what he's doing is stressing the importance of faith in this particular
Absolutely. Yeah.
gospel.
See how far she would go with her faith. Now, if you really wanted the sandwich, what would you do? Yeah, but even from other churches, they still eat. You mean only people from St. Peter's can eat? We go hungry too. What do you think the person would... Remember the story I had at Salt Lake City in Utah? When everybody was a Mormon? I felt like I was the only Catholic there. But no, there were other Catholics. The Cathedral of St. Mary Magdalene. That's what they had. And I wanted to visit the Blessed Sacrament. And there was only one door that was open. And I rang the bell. And there was a small window. And nobody spoke to me. And I just, one hand, I don't know whose hand it was. Because I did just one little hole like that. And one hand got out of that hole and with a brown bag. And then I realized, oh, it's for the food for the homeless. That's what they were doing. They were giving food to the homeless. There were homeless people in Salt Lake City too.
Oh, yeah, everywhere.
And so I said, no, I'm not here for that. I wanted to visit the Blessed Sacrament. I wanted to visit him. That's why I said to the person. And he was surprised. Salt Lake City? Full view of the temple. Salt Lake City, everything is in relation to the temple. So North Temple Avenue, South Temple Avenue, East Temple Avenue, and West Temple Avenue. First, second, third, fourth Avenue from the temple. That's how it is. You understand? Everything is in relation to the temple. It's right in the heart of the city. But I'm just reminded because This woman, Jesus was really trying to test her faith. How low would she go? It's like limbo rock. How low can you go? No limbo rock? You see how low you can go. And she did. She passed. She passed. So what happened? Go for it. Your daughter is healed. God permits trouble in order to do those to us. Is that clear now? Now let's do this three. Probably you'll be surprised with what I will say about this. What could be greater gift than salvation? Is there any gift that's greater than salvation?
No.
Which one would you rather get? An iPad 4 or salvation?
Salvation.
Why iPad 4?
No, it won't get me to heaven.
Okay, iPad 5.
No. He gave me 10, but no.
That's exactly the point of Jesus. Jesus was ready to give her, that woman, the gift of salvation. When Jesus healed the daughter, drove the demon out, Jesus was actually giving salvation to the mother and the daughter. And he was getting ready to do that, but he needed to prepare her for that. That's why he said what he said. To prepare the woman and the daughter for that gift of salvation. Number 2, feelings. About our feelings. You know, there's a song, Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. We were thinking the same. First, the 2 principles here. I don't know if you probably noticed it, but through the months and the years we've been together, feeling good is not quite the same as being good. Some people, they want to feel good about themselves. They come to Mass in order to feel good. In the Bible study class, you didn't come here to feel good. You may feel bad sometimes, because you need to hear what you need to hear. So when you're saying feelings, and it's just nothing more than feelings, really. Spiritually, feelings is just feelings. It doesn't come close to our spiritual lives. In other words, feeling good is one thing. Faith is totally different dimension. That's what I'm telling you. Feeling good does not, like in many Life in the Spirit seminars I see, oh, I feel good. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. And then 1 week after, it's gone. No more enthusiasm. No more fire. You know why? Because feelings have been equated with faith. They're not equal. Not even close. This is related to what I've been telling you all along. Happiness is not the same as joy. Because happiness comes and goes. Depends on what happens, what is said, or the condition around you. Joy stays. Joy stays. This morning I got a question from my class. How come you look joyful all the time? I'm always joking all the time. I'm making people laugh many times. Why? How come you're always joyful? We never see you down. We never see you so sad. Sometimes you see people, It's one of those days. Remember? Oh, one of those days. What day?